Hey, not you, incubator. How are y'all doing? It is Sunday morning, and I am just wanting to come on Sundays, like I was saying, and check in, see what the energy's like, and talk about any downloads that I've gotten in the week. See if that resonates with y'all. Um, but I hope y'all are doing well, and it's been a good week. And this guy is stressing me out still. I just, you know, they do say that cats are like our spiritual protectors. And actually, this does lead me into a download that I've been trying to work out and I haven't gotten it yet. So maybe y'all could, and this camera is off again, maybe help me out with it. But cats are your spiritual protectors, right? Dogs are your physical protectors on the 3D. Like they will go to war for you. I just saw this wonderful video, TikTok that I was trying to figure out how to stitch or repost or something, but I just couldn't figure it out, and so I gave up on it. But it was showing this dog that literally like trampled their, their owner, their the little girl that's in the family, just to protect it from this random dog that came flying up on their yard. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful how this dog knew exactly how to take care of its owner, even the smallest owner, the little girl, because she was maybe 7, 6, maybe 5. I mean, I don't know. It's an old video because you can tell because, ring videos now are like, coming from Hollywood. You can tell it's just like crystal clear and perfect. But this one was older, but it was just a great video because it was showed how dogs are like that in real life. But cats are that exact same protector for us humans, but in the spiritual realm. That's why I think they get the zoomies in the middle of the night when we are in our most deepest slumber, connected to other realms. They are trying to, they're doing their best to keep you protected during that time because you really can't, and it depends on how you welcome in energies in your sleep. But I astral travel and lucid dream on the regular. So this guy and my other little girl, they're on double duty, during when I go to bed. So I think it's interesting that, what was I getting to? Oh, that I think he always has to be on me during these videos because as soon as I push play, he gets right here. And I think it's his way of doing his job by protecting me from the world, if you will, and all the energies that whoever sees this video may, be wishing upon me. And it's his job to protect me in that way. So I think cats, I'm a dog and cat person, but if I had to choose, I'm going to have a cat because I need a cat. I tap into energies here. Like I'm tapping into other spiritual realms, and I'm tapping into any entity that is wanting to come in. Now I do a lot of cleansing, and that reminds me, and I do a lot of protection stuff because of that reason. But I think this little guy is, my biggest protector with that type of, spiritual protection. So, and my other little thing broke, my little abalone shell or whatever, it broke. So I'm on like an old planter bottom. Oh man, but I'm gonna burn some sage here, cleanse the space. Oh yes. Cleanse and remove any all bad stuck energy, please. Release it. But anyway, oh, that led me to that was the point. It led me to my download that I've been trying to work through because I don't understand it, but I know there's something to it. And it is that, so there are spiritual protectors, right? I want to understand why the cat lady reference is a real thing. Like, what exactly does that mean about that woman? Is she that highly in tune with other realms that many cats need to be around her to protect her? I mean, is that like a sign of like a demonic attachment? Because they can, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but we can have, you know, demonic energies. We can open ourselves up to that, and it can attach to us. Just like ghosts can attach to you. My parents lived in, like, as soon as I was born in Houston. And as soon as I was born, probably inside a couple months, they moved to Northern California. And we lived there for a year or so. But in Northern, and actually for a little while, because that's where I had all my, oh my gosh, okay. Backstory on me. When I was little and we were living in Northern California, my parents had several houses that were like plagued with ghosts. Specifically, my dad had a lot of experiences with these entities, and they did not come off very kind or like peaceful. And my parents always, and during this time, I was probably 3. I don't know. I don't really know, but I was little, but enough that I could talk, if you will, or communicate some little bit. And my mom always said that I would talk to basically my imaginary friend. I had imaginary friends at that time. And so I don't disagree that I wasn't an imaginary friend. I'm sure I was talking to ghosts, and because they were so heavy up in that area with my parents. But my mom always said that when they moved from California back to Texas, that one of the ghosts came with them, because for years when they would move and travel, one would always, it would be the same feeling, the same vibe was always moving to the next place. And the little intricacies of what they would do, like, you know, they'd come in and like this was laying over or something, you know, like that thing happened. So it's just, I don't, it's not, I didn't live it, so I don't know the exactness of the stories, but I've heard from my whole life how when we were in Northern California, there were entities that were very, you couldn't escape them. They were just everywhere. And I always thought that was interesting, that that was when my, you know, biggest amount of, uh, what is it? Imaginary friends were around. But anyways, oh, and it was so trippy because, okay, I'm going to get up and show you because I actually have one of them. My mom said they moved into this one house and there was 2 dolls, and that they were kids' dolls and they were in good shape. They were, you know, but right around the time, okay, guys, just hold on, sit down. Right about the time that I started having these like imaginary friends is when these dolls came into my life. And so my mom was always like, huh. Like, now that we see movies and stuff like this, like, she's always like, I don't know what was going on. But I don't know where one of the dolls is. I do still have one, and he's right here in my spare bathrooms. Let me go get it real quick. I'm sorry, Vader. You're gonna have to get up. Hold on. And he's been thrashed. I mean, granted, I'm in my late, I'm not young. So my point is that this doll is old. But this is, okay. Now that I'm looking at him, I'm like, why do I still have you? Look at this guy. But this guy, I feel so, like, I love this little guy. I don't know. It's like there's a part of something here, that I just can't let go of. Look at this. Yes, this is scary to most of you. But he has made it through some stuff, right? I mean, his poor little neck. I mean, but there was a little girl that was his match. And I don't know where she has gone. And I have almost all of this hoarder energy. Yes, I have almost all my stuffed animals from like when I was little still. So it's surprising that I don't have her. Like, I really don't know where she's gone to. But anyways, let's honor this little guy and give him love. Because, I mean, he brought joy to my life at the time when I probably needed it. Because, who knows. And whoever's life it was before, whoever left him is my point. But, oh yeah, okay, let me put this back. Okay, so, and then what was I going to say? That the whole cat lady energy. Oh gosh. Now Vader, get this. He's not in my lap. This is how smart this guy is. I won't let him get in my lap. And so he went to the actual camera stand and started messing with it so that I would be like, okay, come on. Oh my God. And it works. Anyway, my point is that I've been having this in my head about why cat ladies are, like, I'm talking about real cat ladies, the ones that have like 20 cats in their house or outside of their house, like real hoarding of cats. That is a psychological, there's something there. But spiritually, I need to know why so many spiritual protectors are, trapped in this house. And it's always with women. And the women are the ones, the divine, divine. I can't breathe. They are the ones who are usually tapped in. It's something about speaking because my voice is, I almost couldn't swallow there. And when I did start to talk, it almost was a little hoarse. But the point is, I'm trying to get at is that it's never usually men. It's always usually females, like feminine energy, women that identify as a feminine energy. That are the ones who usually end up in this path or in this situation. There is something deeply spiritual about this, and I just haven't figured out why. So if you guys would please send me your take on this. I am thirsting for this knowledge. It's been on my download list for about a month or two, or about a month, and I just can't get it. But anyway, all right. And what else? Anything else I need to talk about? I don't think so. I think whatever it is, it'll come to me if I have to. But I do want to ring the bell to cleanse the energy and create space in your space and in mine. All right, here we go. All right, thank you. All right. So, I think today we're just going to have fun because, I mean, I always have fun with this, but I pulled out my music oracles and my art oracles. So to see, you know, what that is, but this one has been calling me as well. So I'm going to start off with this one first. It is the Divine Animals Oracle. All right. What can we know most right now to help us on our path for long term or today or this week? Okay. Rhinoceros, moderation. Wow, and I know this resonates because I just saw a show last night, and it had a rhinoceros head on the wall, like as someone who had, you know, killed it, and it was posted up on the wall for this person, and it like struck me last night when I saw it. It hit me harder, and so I think that's great that we got this card coming up. Rhinoceros. Number 32. Seek moderation in all things. Find the middle path. Not everything is an extreme choice of black versus white. Being passionate about something is positive, but to obsess may not be. Leave behind what you no longer need. Oh my gosh. It is said that Hindu Vedic god of fire, Akani, rides a rhinoceros with a horn so large it clears the path for all. It is said that he is the source of all passion and fire in the world, and that this fire can either burn for good or be out of control. Akani gives the fires to purify blessings. He gives the fire that a marrying couple walks around to signify their home. And he gives the fire that cooks food for nourishment. He can also give the kind of fire that causes a rise in jealousies and rage and destroys relationships until they are ash. This kind of fire can burn the countryside or your own home down. Akani challenges all to be moderate, to find the middle path, and to see balance. Wow. The magic. The magic of the rhino is a beautiful dance between strength, power, and moderation. This is an incredibly powerful animal, and yet this is balanced with the calm and restraint. Wow. That is amazing. I mean, I will say my like personally, like my last relationship went down in flames from jealousy. Unwarranted jealousy, but jealousy nonetheless. And it is true. Once someone has it in their mind that there is something going on, good luck. Especially an intuitive person, which I think we both were, but it was like you were not going to, neither one of us was going to, there's nothing the other person could have told us that would have not extinguished the fire of something is going awry here. You know, something's off, something's wrong. And so it is true. I mean, if you can, if any little tiny bit of mistrust comes within a relationship, it's really, really hard to get past it. Really hard. And love was not the love was undeniable. There was no denying that we had love for each other. But no matter the teeniest bit of jealousy destroyed that love, or at least built a really big wall around it. So that has some. I mean, I'm only mentioning because I know that that is what a really big issue is for a lot of failed relationships. Now, depending on, was it warranted? Was it not? I don't know. I can't, unless you get proof, you won't know. But sometimes proof doesn't even matter. You don't need proof. It's just, it is. Like, it's a feeling. But I think what this is saying is that find proof. Find the proof. Do not just assume or go off the rails with how you think it's actually going. Have some balance in the moment, because again, once there is mistrust, it's a sinking ship. At least in my experience, I haven't seen too many couples bounce back after that. Now, I have met one couple that I've known for a very long, maybe 15 years. They did survive a big mishandling. And man, I give it up to them, because it's beautiful that they've been able to overcome it. But I'm also not in their relationship, so I don't know how far they've overcome it. I don't. I can only go off of what we see from an outsider's point of view. They're still together, but I know a lot of couples that are still together that have no See, I can't even talk. So it's like, I was about to say no connection, no connectivity, no communication. And then that went off. So it's all appearances, really, and comfortability, because neither one of them wants to get out of their comfort zone, because it's scary. It's scary getting back out there, and it's scary losing everything you've built so hard to make. But it's just a matter of how some couples can really deal with the flame of their soul being off, right? Some people, they can push that stuff down so deep that you cannot, they've been openly disrespected, and yet they will stay in what they consider a good relationship. But I give it up to them. Again, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that they've worked through all of the issues that cause that rumbling of why one would stray and why one would stick around. God, that'd be amazing. I would love it. But again, I've only seen one couple ever make it through. Other than that, whether they stayed on, they got back together, they got back off, like, majority of the time, even if they really truly try to working through it, it never really gets worked through. But I am happy when it does, because it doesn't affect everybody the same. So who's to say that, one person's relationship couldn't make it through? You gotta try. You have to try. Have to try. But wow, but the passion here, that was a big message that came through. Just like staying in your lane, not going to extremes, not jumping to conclusions. That's a really big energy right now. Do not jump into conclusions. There was something else. Let me read. There was something else that really spoke to me. that was it. Um, in the last 2 days, I have a trip coming this year to upstate New York. And I had this trip a couple years ago, but it got canceled due to the world, right? Um, and so it's coming up again. And I'm so excited because I had forgotten that I had planned in my mind that when I go up there, I want to go see this eternal flame. There's, I think, 9 in the world, and there's one in, I think, Buffalo, New York. And I mean, it's going to be a ways from where I'm going in New York, but I'm going to do my best to get to this place. Rent a car. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get to it, but I want to so badly. Is to get to go see this eternal flame, and it has it's one of the flames that has a waterfall in front of it. So, jeez. And so I'm really excited because I'm like, I have to go see this. I told one of my best friends that went up to the same trip last year that to go see it, and they didn't, But she's going up there with me this time, and I'm gonna make her go with me. She doesn't know it, but anyway, this card reminded me of that eternal fire. I don't know if, just look it up. There's 9 big ones around the world. And basically it's a flame that is essentially always burning. Nothing can extinguish it. But they did say online when I was looking into this one in New York that sometimes it will go out, but that tourists come with a lighter and just light it, and it just instantly back up. They don't have to create a fire. It's literally just gas coming up from the earth, core of the earth, that you light, and it lights. But oh my God, I'm so excited. So that reminds me of this, where it's like, what is an eternal flame? It's our soul. It's something inside your soul that doesn't turn off. It's this passion for vibrancy. It's life inside of your soul that no matter what, you can't, like, nothing extinguishes it. I think it means a couple things. It means just your vitality, what gets you up in the morning. When you wake your eyes open and just go, wow, it's like instant, like, yes, let's go, And as someone who's not a morning person, I still get that feeling when I do wake up. There's a vitality of like, all right, let's go, but so my point is that you have to have something like that. And if you can't hear yours, then this is a good message and a sign to start being quiet, doing whatever you need to do to meditate, to hear that voice that tells you and shows you what that passion and vitality is for your life in this moment right now. That doesn't mean that you're not, like, I know for me, like, there are some key things that it's not where I want it to be. It's nowhere near where I want it to be. But I sure as hell am happy where I'm at right now. I know I'm not staying here forever. No way in hell am I staying here. Like, let's just say financially. Oh, I will not stay in this place where I'm at right now. I have to be somewhere else. But I'm perfectly happy where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying the moment where I'm at. So if I'm broke as hell, I'm going to enjoy it. Like, I'm just going to enjoy what abundance comes to me and whatever form that's in. Because I know, it's not forever. So, anyways, my point is that there's vitality. That's one meaning. Secondly, is in love. I mean, there are just some people that you're going to have this flame for forever, maybe many, many lifetimes, right? I mean, I know that that is in the cards for some of us, most of us, all of us. It's just how you want to look at it and how you're going to embrace that energy. Are you going to see it as, I will be with my divine counterpart this lifetime? Or do you go, well, you know, I'm at the fate of the mercy of the fates, and what be will be. That's a valid mindset, but it probably isn't going to, you know, get you your manifestation uh, as fast, maybe, but having an internal passion and um, whatever, internal passion and flame, a knowing is so beautiful, and it will, you know, it's I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm just going to move on. Those are the two, what I'm picking up here with that eternal flame energy. So what else? Should we get any more cards on this? Moderation. But also, if you've been around the last couple of readings, you have been understanding that there has been energy of balance in all the reading cards. Temperance, balance, and that's moderation. That is what the temperance card in the tarot even represents, moderation. That's why Sagittarius is, because that's what the temperance card is, Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius brings that to our world. Their energy, their zodiac season, their zodiac energy brings moderation, that middle of the road energy, where, because Sagittarius are like wild. They're like stallions. Well, they are. They're the archer. They are a half man, half human. I mean, half man, half horse. Like, they are stallions. But they always are like, their purpose, their life goal for any, like, whether it's North Node Sagittarius or rising Sagittarius or Sun Sagittarius, Moon Sagittarius, they have got to learn how to find balance and moderation, because they go from swinging here to swinging here to swinging here to swinging here. And sometimes, if you're not a Sag, then you probably may not have ever seen this with them. And if you have, you've seen it here and there, because I have a father that's Sagittarius. I've seen this in him. He goes from extremes. Like, one day he's like, I'm quitting this, never gonna do it again. And he's on it. And he does it. It's like, anything cold turkey, boom, done. No question asked, But in 2 months, what's he doing? That thing he said he quit. You know what I mean? And now he's got a reason why. I'm fine with it. I can do that. It's this it's this yo-yo. And so my point is that it's fine. You can change your mind. You can find reasons for every reason that you're doing something. But I think that is what Sagittarius energy is. It's like this, trying to find the happy balance, the medium, right? And how do you even find that medium? Is by going and experiencing the extremes. So that's why they're so fiery. But this is the same energy. And we've been getting the temperance card and the balance of the scales for a couple readings now. Okay, we got the moon, which is also, oh, Okay, so it's the Moon card and the Celtic knot. It's the Pisces energy and it's Princess of Water. And it's Neptune energy. Intuitive. Wasn't I saying that just a little bit ago about how you can be intuitively picking up, you know, how you love is to not jump into conclusions within love, because once you've made that conclusion, it's hard to train your mind off of it, especially if it's your trigger, especially if it's something you've experienced multiple times in relationships. You're going to be, you will get triggered, and you might be having a situation where either you're finding out, wow, I was able to get, like, I was able to not fall down that path like I usually would. Yeah. So there's gonna, I think there's a big moment or a big message here that there could be something coming up that, or you're seeing this reading as a confirmation for you that how you would have jumped to conclusions before and allowed, say, jealousy to jump into the relationship as a third party. Not maybe, yeah, it could have had a third party, but I'm talking about like once you invite a feeling into your heart, it's now part of all three of you, your partner, you, and your energy of what you think, like jealousy. It's now within the relationship. And the other person may not even know that it's now a part of y'all's relationship. So my point is that I think there's going to be some triggering that's going to make it where you actually see, hey, I don't have to be this way. That was old programming. That's old response mechanisms. That's old trauma responses. That doesn't mean I have to continue that pattern, right? Unconditional love is loving someone through your trauma and their trauma. But it also, I really feel like no matter how much unconditional love you have for someone, when their trauma directly affects your trauma, it's really hard to make it through that. That's why people who are in relationships that literally y'all trigger each other so much. Why? Why do you continue it? I'm talking like to everybody, it's different. Some people, it's, you know, if you get triggered by someone on a daily, that recognize that. This is your sign to recognize that. If at some point somebody says something and you're like, oh, that is not good for a relationship. A side eye, roll, huff, puff, that is not good for a relationship. But if it's every week, you know, it might feel like you can manage that. You know, it's something, well, it's only once a week. But how deep is it? Is it a really big one? Did you save up all the little ones for this big one this week? And then the same for monthly. The less it happens, the better. But what is the level of when it like when you do get triggered, or that other person gets triggered? How big is the bomb? If it happens once a month, but when it does happen, it's life-altering, shaking, like everyone hold on, you know, that's not healthy. That's not something that, I mean, you have to figure that one out for yourself. But I really feel like this is what this energy is. It's like, you got to figure out, is this worth my time? It's a big question. I mean, Celtic knot, unconditional love, legendary, divine union, eternal love. eternal love and eternal fire that I was just talking about. It could be a Pisces that you're talking or thinking about. But it also could be something in the Pisces season, because that'll be coming up here shortly after Aquarius season. And it's the end of the zodiac, and it's the end of the zodiac year, which is how I view real end of the year. The end of the zodiac energies, the completion of it, that's the end of the year. But could be something during that time, and that is from, it says February 22nd through March 21st. So that's not, well, I guess it's a month away. So something in that time period might be very relevant, very impactful. Perceptive, sympathetic, compassionate, artistic, dreamy, intuitive, impressionable, tender, humane, and sensitive. I will say this impressionable part really hit me strong when I said it, because I am a sun, moon, Mercury, Venus. I have that much Pisces in me. Like, I can't escape Pisces energy if I tried. But that impressionable energy is, it's a real thing for Pisces. I meet someone, and I think it's all about trying to learn energy. I think that's the basis of why Pisces are so impressionable. And by that, I mean, like, if I meet someone and they like to go listen to some type of band, type of music, it may not have been my first choice of music, but I am enthralled with this soul so much that it's like my internal guide says, check it out, let's go see. And I go, and I embrace I put everything in my soul into an experience most of the time. And so I actually then become like, oh my God, that was the best type of music, or like concert or whatever. So now I've fully engrossed myself with someone else's interests because I have found value in it. It's not because I want to be a copycat. It's not because I have nothing better to do in my life than to be like somebody else. No, it's that I'm here to enjoy life in all the ways that I came here to enjoy. And if I meet somebody, all of a sudden I start rock climbing, and it's like a passion. I'm like, yeah. And I never rock climbed before until meeting this person. Some external people would be like, well, you just fall into whatever hobby that person does. So, so, like, what is it to you? And not to mention, like, am I enjoying it, or am I bitching about it the whole time? If I'm bitching about it and still doing it, then yeah, you have full reign to telling me, stop this is silly. But if I am enjoying myself and I'm learning something new, let me be. But I think that's a big joke about a Pisces energy, is that they can become their friends and they can become their lovers. And typically we don't find the lovers that want to become us. We don't. I don't know what it is about Pisces, but we just don't. We always are the ones who are the people who mold themselves to another. And I don't think, now granted, there's some relationships in my life, friends or lovers, that yeah, I can see how it took a turn for the worse. I see that now. But in the moment, it was more about living. And but the point is that usually Pisces, we don't meet people who like just totally want to be engrossed with us. It's always the opposite. I don't know what it is. it's just, I don't know. So if you found that differently for your life, please share. I would love to know. And I think the collective would like to know, because you just, it's, we all have different experiences, and it helps others to know what other people are going through. That's like whenever a TikTok goes really viral, it's because it's usually something someone says and shares that all of us have thought, but really have never known how to express, or ever heard someone express, or yourself have never expressed. Those are the things usually that go viral, is when it's like, holy moly, like you just blew my mind, because that's how I felt. That's how I felt for this so long. I can't, so that's it. And then that brings everybody on a collective wave that's like, oh, we understand each other. This is awesome. Like, I am understood. That is what I'm trying to say, is that why I think us commenting on this video or any social media is so important, because it does help bring people feel like they're understood. So, and then just to parlay into that, if you guys are on Instagram or TikTok, I'm on there. So find Star Love Healing on Instagram or TikTok. I'm on there as much as possible, and you might find something that helps you, that a message you needed just for that one day. So anyways, this could be during the time season, the zodiac season, the Pisces time, but it's also just about being, I mean, the Pisces energy is so ultimate dreamy energy. Oh, and once a Pisces loves, it's a deep, forever love. Ooh, and we got stalemate. How are you stopping yourself? How is this fire being extinguished, blocked? Delay tactics, non-committal, standoff, refusing to compromise, competition. A writer. Gemini and the stars were here. So Gemini sign, or it's also the Lovers oracle card. So Lovers, Celtic knot, I mean love. And then the writer and the stalemate. But I sense this is the runner is running away from this. So it kind of goes in the same line of, when you hit a block, do you run? How do you run? Because even if you're inside a relationship, there's signs that you are running away from that person. How do you run when you have a blockage? Internally, or like I said, that trigger. And then we got the rabbits. This is a new beginning, a desire. So yeah, okay. So do you run off to the next not new shiny thing? Elephant. Or do you sit here and try to learn about what needs to change and what is, powerful, trusting, have your wits about you. And elephants love so deeply, so deeply. I've seen videos of elephants who were like killed by like one of their people, one of their elephants in their tribe was for hunters, and there's videos out there that, like, oh my God, the elephants are sobbing over their lost loved one. Sobbing. Have you ever heard an elephant sob? Go listen to it. It touches a part of here that it's just like, it's not a lot of animals sob, cry over a lost animal. Cats, they don't cry, but they might meow like big tigers and everything. But these elephants sobbed. I really feel like it's that energy where, you know, I kind of heard when you do rush off, are you taking them with you, but letting it come out in a different way? Because if you don't handle something and you just let it be, and then you just walk off or run off, and you don't handle the situation, but you bottle it up, and then you have expressions that are so deep to the core. And it's like, wait, you know, you didn't handle the energy. You didn't ever identify it or address it. You just left. You ran away from something without ever really dealing with it, the emotions of it. Is that how you do? Is this how you are? And I'm not saying this about you. I'm saying this is what I'm being called to say. Like, think about how you handle situations when it doesn't go your way, or you get triggered, or how do you respond? More on the elephant and stalemate. Thank you. And then we got the Twin Flames card. Wow, another card. Okay, it's 11:11 up in the corner, see? And it says divine partner, a mirror, heart chakra activation, which I just had mentioned about how when I saw and saw the elephants, it hit me here, which is my heart chakra. So there's a heart chakra activation right now. A reflection, your other self, because that's what a divine partner is. It's your other self. At least a twin flame is. It's the same. There's so much debating on this energy, but I feel like I resonate with twin flames. Are a soul that had many lifetimes evolving into a really, really, a really, I don't know the word for it, but a soul that it had learned so much, it got so powerful that then it splits and says, okay, now can we do this separately and yet still choose each other in that lifetime? Can we handle all the issues that each of us have and still choose each other? Triggers and all, self wounds and all. Will I be enough? Because basically that is what a twin flame is that you're seeing yourself in someone else, the good and the bad, because it's usually triggered so much that you see such beauty in the other person, but you see yourself as shit. Like, that is kind of what the whole twin flame journey is to not only appreciate somebody else for all their mishandlings and misdoings appropriately and having unconditional love for them, but also handling all the triggers that are like arrows shooting at you about why you are not worthy. Because that's what all of us are working through in this lifetime, is why we're not worthy. We have patterns of it in our life. Whether you're seeing it or you're not, subconscious or conscious. If you don't have one of these patterns, amazing. Amazing, because I don't think it's possible. We all have these incarnated into this earth to come here to learn and to work through. So in order to actually, maybe that would help you at this moment understand there's not going to be someone else out there that's just like perfect. And you sure as hell aren't going to be perfect either. There's no way. So, you know, um, just because your flaws have been a problem for your past relationships to get through doesn't mean the person who is divinely created for you is going to have that same like issue with your flaws. Most likely your divine counterpart, once you're in union, like internal union, um it doesn't, like, someone else's flaws will not trigger your flaws. And if they do, it's like once a month, and it's like once a year. It's minimal. It's not big catastrophic bombs that go off. It's just, oh, wow, okay, we haven't dealt with this before. Let's figure this out. Like, and both are wanting to like actively work through it and actively find an answer and a solution to it. That's a healthy relationship. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have one of these. I don't have a healthy relationship. So I can't tell you that I've done it, so I know it. Every one of my relationships has failed because that's why I'm where I'm at right now. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be a failure forever. I just haven't found the one person who's in union themselves and at the same time that I'm in union with myself. It's going to happen. But the point here is that it's soulmate and yin yang. And it says balancing feminine and masculine energies. That is what this card also means. And that's exactly what the moderation card started off with. Okay, I got to stop. This has taken far longer than I thought, which it's been beautiful. Oh my God. And these both came out again. So maybe there's new communication coming from a divine counterpart for a new start. Because now, how these fell out, now look, that rider is running toward the new beginning, which I think it had been running. Yeah, it was running that way toward anyway. So, and you know what? I will say this. I just was connecting with someone and hit it off. It was great. It was just through text. And then it just dropped. Like as soon as it was like, I mean, it was solid. And then it just dropped. And I thought to myself, well, oh, well, like that was a bummer because it was actually flowing really well. But I thought, you know what? I got to just like walk away without being like, hey, like too worried about it because they found something else shiny. I wasn't shiny enough to keep them in their attention for longer than the week that it was. And before I had a chance to be all like ho-hum about it and be like, oh God, another one and another one, like DJ Khaled. Before I even had a chance to do that, I instantly was just like, good. Like talking to them telepathy wise, like, good. Go find your shiny. Because if I'm not it, I'm not going to be it. If I cannot keep your attention for longer than a week of solid communication, which had been the whole entire week, solid, every morning, noon, and night, and then nothing. But if I cannot keep your attention for longer than a week, I will never keep your attention. So good. Thank you. I actually thanked the universe that they found something shinier to go after because it kept me from having to like deal with it longer, Although it was great. It was fun. It was healthy. It was just, I'm going to just appreciate it for that. It was healthy. And then it was gone, like whatever. So maybe that helps somebody right now understand that not everything has to be permanent and forever. Just enjoy it for what it is in the moment. And when you can get to a place where you're kind of like, hey, okay, but you actually put in effort and real effort and not just like half-assed it, because it's easy to let go of something if you half-assed it and you're kind of like, I was kind of halfway in, halfway out. No, if you actually put yourself all the way in and then you could also let it go just as fast, that's a healthy place to be. That's moderation, right? So, okay. Let me put this away. I think there's 2 more things I want to do. Thank you. At least one, because this one is so much fun. And this is the music oracles. Yay. And this is going to be a reading. I'm going to read out of this because I love this. Everything about this card is in there. So, all right. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a long time since I've used this oracle. Hi there. Okay. What does the collective most need to know right now to help them on their way? Thank you. Ooh, Billie Holiday. I feel like there might be one more. Thank you. All right. Let's go. Billie Holiday. Oh, look at her. Oh, maybe do yourself a favor and go listen to one song of hers today and see if it brings you a message. It says, if you're gonna play with your whole soul. Didn't we just say that? And it says, you have no understudy. So do it yourself and believe that you can do it, because there's nobody to come fix the problem for you. And then sometimes losing beats winning. What did I just say about that dating experience? I was like, hey, I got dropped in a heartbeat. That is fine, because losing is sometimes better than winning, because he wasn't meant for me. Okay, I'm going to read this though. Billie Holiday. Let's see. I don't know if there's any. Here she is. Okay. Billie Holiday was a dazzling talent, a jazz singer who introduced a new sense of intimacy and virtuosity to the art form. She was blessed with a voice that struck listeners like lightning and a gift for probing beneath the surface of a song to penetrate its hidden meanings. The popular image of Holiday as an all-purpose victim and romantic martyr, the popular image of Holiday as all-purpose victim and romantic martyr, her early life blighted by poverty, her years of celebrity scarred by addiction, tragedy, institutionalized racism, and squandered opportunities, has tended to overshadow her sublime artistry. But her legacy is secure. Billie Holiday was an indisputably great artist, not because of the suffering her lifestyle brought her, but in spite of it. You are not made up of the situations that that you've been in. You're amazing because of them. Okay, and so at the beginning it says here, wait, where is this? I know it says it somewhere here. Okay, the attitude you should have is, if you're going to play with your whole soul. Your lifestyle message is you have no understudy, and your inspiration is sometimes losing beats winning. There's an attitude, lifestyle, inspiration for all of these. Okay, all right on. We got Iggy Pop. Look at that. Oh, icon. Oh, I love these. And it says Iggy Pop. The attitude is, don't waste time growing up. Hell yeah. I am full force in that energy. And then the lifestyle message is turn rejection into an art form. And then the inspiration is if you want inspiration, you have to sneak up on it and catch it unawares. I love it. That's true. Okay, let's see. Where is this guy? It's not like it's, you know, alphabetized or anything. Here it goes. Fast, brash, and outrageous, loud, lewd, and violent, Iggy and the Stooges swaggered out of Michigan in the late 1960s. Less of a band and more of a street fight, they were the self-destructive embodiment of mayhem and entropy and the chaos of cultural uprising. Iggy himself was the ultimate raged, no. Iggy himself was the ultimate drug ravaged, groupie shagging icon of excess. A human firework, a man who took the limitations of flesh and bones as a personal affront. Somehow, against all the odds, having traveled to the brink of madness just to see what it was like, he has survived, and the diosic, deranged neighborhood threat of old. God, that was a hard sentence. Hold on, let me say it again. This sentence is like the longest sentence ever, either, too. Somehow, against all the odds, having traveled to the brink of madness just to see what it was like, he has survived, and the dionysiac, deranged neighborhood threat of old has morphed into a meditative, bookish, albeit permanently topless, model citizen. That touches on everything we've been talking about as far as moderation. Going from extremes, being the, riot. Are you a riot? I heard this quote the other day and it's been stewing in my head. Don't be a riot, be a revolution. Or something along that line, like mainly be like, point is that in your energy, are you just trying to be a menace and like fuck shit up, or are you trying to create change? There's a fine line there. Are you causing a riot or a revolution? That is what is, touching on all this energy. And that can be within yourself or externally with other people, or both. I mean, I feel like I just walked out of a time period. I walked into a new timeline in the last month that I look back at my last year and I'm like, God, that was fun, but how the hell did I get there? How did I choose any of that? Why did I choose any of that? Because now that I'm in a new timeline and I can see it from afar, I'm like, what the fuck? Well, how did why? But it wasn't, and it literally, it was just like, I woke up one day. I just woke up one day and I was in a new timeline, and everything else, I was like, nothing I wanted to do yesterday was what I wanted to do today. And I realized that I was causing a riot within my own life in the name of revolution. I would not have known that until I had moved out of that energy and into the new one. Because I thought I was revolution. It was not. But anyway, but I had to go through it. That's the point. You have to go through this, but you have to, like move through it, not stay in it. And sometimes you can stay in something like that for years. And then sometimes it's a month, like I think we're all like kind of destined to be with the planetary alignments, and they will show you, and the divine creator will show you where you need to be at all times, because they got lessons for you in every moment. So I was meant to be in that place for a year, you know. But anyway, I think this all goes along with everything we've been talking about, and I hope that this has helped you on some level. And thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can actually get notified that these are going to be on Sunday mornings. And this is the live. I also do videos that are just for the YouTube for your North Node, Destiny, collective energy reading, and then a check-in in the mid-month. And then I'm hoping this month I'm going to add a love reading for each sign. That's my goals, you know. So I've been called, like there's been like heavy energy for me to start that. So anyways, I hope y'all are doing well, and thank you for watching again, and y'all take care. Bye.